Hello everyone, welcome to Center Stand Mechanics. My name is Kyle. Today I'm going to be doing the fork seals on the 91 Yamaha Venture Royale. I've never done a set of fork seals on this kind of bike before. Going to be a little bit more difficult than your standard motorcycle just because they got all that front nose cone and everything, the fairing wrapped around the front forks. So I'm hoping I can get this done without taking all that apart. That would be a huge bonus. I think that would add a whole lot of extra time to it. I watched a few videos online on changing the forks on various bikes with them still on the bike, you know, and I'm going to try that method. Hopefully it works, mostly because it's got the air leveling portion to the front forks, and it's got these little air fittings that go around the top of the fork, and I don't have new O-rings for that, so I don't really want to have to take that apart if I don't have to. So, and it looks like you can do it. I've seen some videos on it, so I'm certified now. So anyways, that's the plan, but we'll see how viable that is once we get into it. I don't see why it wouldn't work. You know, it's a big bike, so hopefully you can change it without, you know, taking all that apart. And so I've got the bike outside set up. I've got some blocks on it. I got the front wheel up, and we'll show you that in a minute. I'm just gonna get some tools gathered up, and we'll take them outside and we'll get started. Okay. So I got some new seals here and some new gators, because these ones are all ripped and messed up. Yeah, so I got the bike sitting here on some blocks. I got the front wheel off the ground, and I've blocked the rear tire just so it won't roll back and forth. I've got some extra blocks just in case it decides to fall off the jack, and I got these ones on each side. So I've got this stack. I've even got the jack under here still too. There's not any pressure on it, like it's just sitting there up but not really lifting anymore. And then yeah, same thing on this side. And so if you grab onto the bike, it's really solid. It's not moving front to back, and yeah. See if I can gain some access. This one through here. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, so I've got a big 1.1 socket here. Let's see if we can back those off. Oh yeah. Not a problem. Yeah, that took about 2 seconds. That plate comes off. And then it looks like I can take these handlebars out. Okay, so yeah, a couple of 12s. Just hold these on. Alright, I can just lift those out of the way, like so. So I just got my little 1/4" socket here. I'm going to try to reach in and just loosen these off. Here. There's 2 bolts. Yeah, this one's coming. And I'm just trying to loosen them off so they can release their grip on everything here. But I don't know if that's going to be what's holding this tight, but we'll see. There we go. Yeah, okay, so that's loose now. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to getting this wheel removed. Okay, I'm going to remove the caliper first while everything's still attached. There's one little nut up here I'm going to take off just to get the brake line free. I gotta get it first. There's that. Let's put it back on. And then there's a couple of, they look like 12s. A couple of 12mm bolts holding the caliper on. So we'll back them out. There we go. That's free. Oh, look at this. Brake pads actually look really good. They don't look like they're that worn out at all. Cool. Yeah, same thing. There's another 10mm nut holding the brake line on. Let's take that off. Okay. Okay. Speedometer cable's out of the way. Okay, now I'll take the caliper off. Again, brake pads don't look too bad. A little bit of oil on this one, that's from the fork. So I'll spray that out later on here. Okay. There's like a pinch bolt here that holds the axle tight. Back that off. Actually, I'm going to take it right out because I gotta. So I'll take that one right out. We're going to put it with these ones right on top of there. That should come out. Alright, here comes the wheel. So I'm just going to take some weight off. I'm just kind of holding the weight off with my knee. I'm just going to work this out. Like so. There we go. Alright, this should come out. There we go. Okay. Okay, the wheel's off. Yeah, you can see how much oil this side's been leaking. Right here. Yeah, good thing we're changing it. Let me get the axle bolt out of the way. Yeah, so one thing I'm going to do before I get too far ahead of myself here, I'm going to make sure there's no air in the front forks. So that's when we turn our little computer on. And I'll go to manual. I'll switch it to front. And it's already, yes, it's already 0. Perfect. Okay, that's all I wanted to do. I want to make sure there's no air in there. Alright, so next, there's these 4 little caps that go over top of these Allen heads. So I'm going to get these out. They kind of look like this. They're just like little beauty caps. Let's get them off. And we'll take this little fork brace off. There, so 4 caps. 6mm socket. Ooh. Huh. That's a nice block of aluminum. A very nice part. Yeah, should polish this one up. It's a nice chunk of aluminum, that one. Beauty. Alright. Now we gotta be careful. Scratch this up. There. Voila. Okay, so now I've put this tub underneath here because I think it's going to start getting messy. There we go. Oh, that's dirty. Okay, so I'll let that drain out. And I think I'm going to go back up top and take the top cap and take the shim and the spring out. Really fine thread. So I'm pushing in with my hand because I don't know how much pressure this is under. Hopefully not a lot. All right, there. Okay. Okay, so it's cap first. Feels like it's made out of aluminum. It's got a rubber O-ring here. This one doesn't look too bad. And then on top of it, there's this little cap. It's got a hole in it. Goes like so. And there's this piece. And then down there it looks like a spring. Okay, it's a spring. So it comes a spring. So I got the top in my hand. So I'm going to lay it down like so. Okay. So it looks like the top has a more compressed set of coils, and then the bottom part is the stretched out coils. Now I got to pick out the little pin here. So down in here, there's a little keeper. It's not going to show up on camera very well, but there we go. So here's the old seal keeper thingy in there. And then there's probably, I think there might be a washer. And then the seal. But I should be able to, oh, I gotta undo this. There's a big Allen head underneath here. I don't have the right tool, but I'm gonna make one. This is an Allen wrench that I cut the 90 off. I got a 10 mil socket, so that makes a nice deep reach Allen head. I put it on my 10 mil impact socket, and I should be able to reach up in there now. There we go. Let's see if we can get on there with this. Let's see if we can give her the onions here. That's it. Come on. Oh yeah, look at that, like butter. Okay, so now Now we should be able to bounce this thing off here. So it's just a matter of it's got a stop in here, and it should pound the old seal out. Let me see if I can get, yeah, so I'll hold this up and we should be able to, there we go, like so. There's something in there. Cup and a washer. I have to look at the parts schematic to see which way that went. Okay, so we've got, I'll show you. So up here, we've got these two washers. This one looks thicker than the one up here, if you can see what I'm saying. So you got this one, and it's kind of a silvery looking, thicker one. You got the seal itself, and then you got this other thinner. It doesn't even feel as heavy as this one. So. And then you got these two shims here, or not shims, sorry. You got these two bushings, and it looks like I'll take this bottom one off, and the whole shot should come off. Yeah. Okay, so I just spread that out a little bit, and just nicely take that off. Okay, and then this one, and then here comes the seal. The seal, this other ring, and then the gator, a broken gator. There's the old seal. Oh yeah, I can see cracks. Just was glancing at it, I can see cracks in it. Yeah, it feels hard to me too. All right. Just cutting this zip tie up here. There. Get that off. And the rest of this should come down there. Like so. There. Garbage. Man, those fork tubes look in good shape. There's not one speck of rust on there or anything. That's crazy, eh? Looks brand new. Okay. Now I gotta clean the bottom of this fork tube up. Get all the old oil over it, and yeah, just get it cleaned up so it can go back on here. Okay, so this part kind of dropped out, and I didn't really see how it went in there, but I looked on the part schematic, and it goes in there like this. But there's these two little, or three little, looks like washers. So one's a washer, so this one, it goes in between these two little spring washers, and they go on first, and then this little thimble cup looking thing, so it goes like that. So spring washer, flat washer, another spring washer, and then this little symbol dampener valve thing, I don't know, and then the whole thing goes on here like this. And I think ideally you'd probably have this fork out on a bench and you'd be able to lay it horizontal and be able to slide this on and it'll stay. But because of this situation, I think what I might have to do is put this on and then just put a little bit of grease around the end just to hold it in place while I slide the bottom of the fork tube on. I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I don't really want to have grease in there, but just a little bit just to hold that. And then, so I've cleaned up the bottom of the fork tube. I've got it all clean and ready to go back on. So I got new gaiters. Now these aren't a Yamaha gaiter. The ones for the Yamaha are pretty much obsolete. There's a couple of new old stock items out there, but with shipping it would have been close to $80 just for these little rubber things. And I got these are like a universal ones on Amazon for like 15 bucks. You know, probably not the greatest, but you know, they feel thick enough, and you know, I'm gonna try to make these work. So this would go on first. I'll just slide these up. Take it all the way up to the top, and then it's going to be this top washer. Go on, and I'm going to use a zip tie to kind of hold this. Is that going to fit? Yeah. I'm going to see if I can't get this held up into place with this. Just for now. There. Just to keep that out of my way. And then it's going to be the new fork seal. So here's the new fork seal. So in order to get this on without messing it up, I'm going to put some oil on here. This is just some regular oil here. And then I'm going to put some oil on the seal itself to help it slide on there. Just gonna rest that down for a sec. Clean my hands off. Now the worst part about this is this first little bump here. It's got a bit of a ridge. The rest of it should go on fairly easily. So I'm gonna be very carefully get this in here and try to go kind of half on. Oh yeah. And then same with this one, just kind of start it on one side, just kind of rotate it. There we go. Yeah. There. I'll just move that up and down. Rotate it, make sure I got the whole thing There we go. There. Actually, it was kind of started to fold in on it, so but I think I got it straight now. Okay. So that was the hard part, I think, getting that on, so we'll push that up. And then goes this other washer. We'll put it on along with this other ring. And then this bottom, I guess it's not really a ring, it's this. I'll put this other top bushing on, and then the bottom one. This one kind of spreads apart, and it just kind of snaps into place there. Okay, that holds all that on. And then so now for this bottom valve here, I'm gonna get some grease and see if I can get that to stay on. Okay, I'm just wiping off that oil on here so this little bit of grease will stay. So I'm just checking my order of my spring and my flat washer, so that's all right. I put this on. I'm just going to put some of this grease on here, see if I can get this to stay there, like that. And then I'll take our fork bottom, we'll slide it on. Let's see if I can get this started. Oh, look at that. Actually tightened. Yeah. Don't want to over tighten that. I'm going to get my socket wrench here. Oh yeah. That's tight. Okay. I can check that when I get the fork brace on. I can, because then I'll hold these. I'll just go over that again. So that's got to be the bottom there. So then get the seal down. And then we'll cut this off. Now I've got to beat that seal in. So I'm just moving all the brake cables and everything off to the other side. I'm giving this a nice clean wipe. And then I'm going to take this roll of tape and tape around the fork to give it a stop, and then I'm going to top that seal in. Stop there, yeah, I should. Okay. And then this, you don't want to go too thick because it's got to be able to fit down in there. Should be in there. I just got a rubber mallet. I'm going to hit it on the bottom and hopefully watch the seal going. Yep. A little bit more. I'm gonna get a flashlight. Just a little bit more. I think that's got it. So if I can get this little keeper in this side, it'll be done. There. I think that's got it. I'll just hit my flashlight and have a look. Yep. There's one little spot right there. 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 The seal looks good. I'm going to try it with my hook knife here. I don't think I'll scratch the chrome, but let's just be careful here. Oh, careful now. Yeah, don't get on. There. Just take that off and get the rest of this off here. There's just one little piece on here. There. And then be able to snip this. There. And this will come down over top. And I'll adjust the bottom when I get the rest of this other side done. And it'll kind of look like that. Yeah. Cool. And then I'll torque this Allen head when I get this fork brace on. That'll help it from moving around on me. Now all I gotta do is the same thing on the other side, and it should be good to go. Sound like a plan? Okay, I got the other side on now, and just like I did the last one, and I just putting these gaiters down, and I had to cut a little piece out on each side in order to fit this fork brace down. And I'll just show you. So here's the old gaiter, and see how it's got a little piece cut out. So I cut out a similar section because I tried getting it on there without doing that, but it wouldn't go in. So now let's see if I can tighten it on there and keep moving forward here. Good. That one's good. Okay. So now I should be able to torque the bottom, this one under here. And I just gotta find my wrench. So this bolt here that goes up underneath and holds everything together, it's calling for 29 foot-pounds. There we go. Okay, that's somewhat together. I'm just going to move this oil pan out of here because it's pretty gross. Yeah, so on this bike you kind of have to turn the steering a little bit so you can get this down in there. So large coils down first, and the shorter, closer space coils up top. Drop that one down, and then it goes this little black plunger side down first, and then this little cap goes on. Oh, except for I'm going to get some oil down in there first, and then I'll put all the rest of the cap on it. For this particular model of bike, it calls for 409 milliliters. So I'm just going to get my pen. So 409. So here's 400. Here's 450. So we're looking at, you know, just above 400 there. Just a little bit more. Right there. 409. I'm just going to put a little bit in. Just make sure I don't have any leaks. Doesn't seem to be running out. I'll put the whole thing in there. I'm going to move the fork up and down here. one filling. There's the whole amount there. Okay. Should we do the other one? Drop there. Okay. There. Okay, so this cap goes on like so. It should feel a little springy. And then here's the top cap here. And then get this thing. And you gotta kind of push and turn. Get it started. And I'll tighten this one up. Torque this one down. There we go. Like so. I'll do the other side. Here's the first top cap goes on. Like so, and then you got your top cap that goes. And then you gotta push and turn. Just cinch that down like so. There we go, nice and tight. I'm gonna put these little rubber dust caps on. That one goes there. There's these two triple clamp bolts here that hold the fork tube. Tighten them up. That one's tight. Okay. That one's tight. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, so now I'll put the front fender back on. Make sure those are tight. Okay. Okay, I got these little plastic dust caps that go in here. It's starting to look like a bike again. That's pretty cool. I got the front wheel here, and it's looking pretty worn down. It's not really cracked up, but it's definitely needs to be replaced. And I've seen a little trick on the internet, and you take a 10mm wrench and you go like this. You go 1, 2, 3, shabam! Oh, didn't work. Hold on. Let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, shebang! No, didn't work. What's going on here? Oh, I see. It's a 3/8 wrench. Well, that's your problem. There, where did I put my 10 mil? Okay, so now I've got a 10 mil. Let's try this again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, shabang! Wow, that was easy. I wish I had known that trick a long time ago. Sure makes changing tires easy. Okay, well, looks like we got a new Pirelli front tire on here. I just got my wheel balancer set up here, and I'm just going to do a quick little balance here and just kind of see where the heavy spot is and see if I can't balance this out a little bit better than it is. A little bit heavy. Let's try putting this little small one there. Yeah, that's pretty good now. Yeah, much better. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the bike now. Okay, I've got the spacer for this side here. I've got the speedometer drive goes on this side. Just got to make sure it lines up with the little dogs there. And then just put a little bit of grease on this axle shaft here. I'll get it ready. Go on. So there's a little slot that the speedometer drive has to just notch into on the fork. It's a little bit tricky to do all three things here at once. Lift the tire and knock the okay, I think that's got it tight there. Okay, I should be able to run this in and I'll get my torque wrench on it. They're calling for 56 on the front here. There we go. And then there's this little pinch bolt here. I'll just run that one in my hand. There we go. Okay. So the wheel's back on. The new tire. That's great. Okay. So now I just got to put the brakes on. Okay, one little finishing touch here before I put it off the jack. I'm gonna put these little zip ties around Supposed to go around the top of the boot here. Well, all right, it's back on the ground, and it's got new fork seals in it and a new front tire, and looking pretty good. I'm gonna end the video there, but I gotta finish putting on a few things here in the next little bit, and then take it out for a ride and see how it goes. I got a new battery too. What do we got? I don't know if I mentioned that. I got a new battery the other day, but still waiting on a air filter, and I got new spark plugs, but I haven't put them in yet. So little things, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. But I want to thank you for watching, and I hope that helps, and we'll see you again real soon. Center Stand Mechanics out.